Hi, I'm Tony Todd, and welcome to Throwing Heat. I'm here with my co-host, Ross the Boss, and today's guest is a guy who actually throws heat. He is one of the best closers in baseball right now and should be a lock for the MLB All-Star Game this summer. Let's welcome to the show my buddy, Mr. Carlos Esteves. What's up, Carlos?
Hey, how's everyone doing? Good. Thank you for having me, guys.
No, thank you. Thank you for being on the show. And first of all, I just want to say happy belated Father's Day. I know you're a
Thank you.
father and I know you love the hell out of your girls. And I just want to say congratulations. And that's it. But
Thank you.
all
Thank
right,
you.
let's get started here. So, Carlos, when you received that phone call from your agent and you knew that you were coming to California, what was the excitement like?
Honestly, it was pretty great. Here at the beginning here, like we had offers from the Angels, and I was seeing what they were doing in the off season, and they went and got Urshela, they went and got Renfro, Drury, and I saw those movements. I'm like, oh, things are about to get spicy on the Big A, and I think it was pretty cool to form part of this group. Getting them on, being interested on me, that was pretty cool.
That was so awesome because I've been following your career since you were a rookie, and it was just I was so flabbergasted when I found out. I looked over the ticker MLB Network, and they said Carlos Esteves to the Angels, and you and I we have a little history together. We go back like hair grease, and I just wanted to say thank you for coming to the Angels, and hopefully you stay here for a while. So
Now, Tony, you and Carlos met each other with the other Carlos Estevez, I believe. And why don't you tell us the story how you guys originally met? Because it's actually a great story. And
oh
here's the picture. And
oh that's awesome.
tell us who's
That's
in
a
it.
great one. That's a great picture right there.
That was a great picture. It was a great night. It was a great fun. So when he was in the minor leagues, Charlie and I, we research. We love to research about baseball. And Charlie informed me, he's like, "Hey, there's a guy. We have the same name." And then I was like, "Oh, really?" So I looked it up, and of course, I said, "Okay." So I wanted to surprise my buddy, the other Carlos Estevez. So at the time, my buddy was the first base coach, Eric Young, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I believe it was Eric Young. So I reached out to Eric. I said, "Hey, when you made it to the big leagues," I said, "Eric, you have to get a message to the other Carlos Estévez. I have to make this happen." So we met. He got the message, and my buddy Derek Hernandez, uh, he actually brought you to Charlie's house one evening, right? And that's
Yeah, that
that's where
was
we
right.
all
That was
met.
right. Yeah. We got how we were gonna do it, and we got informed, and actually it was pretty nice. It was pretty cool.
So
Carlos? Did you expect like a bunch of girls and a bunch of weirdos running around his house when you
No,
showed
no,
up?
no, no. I mean, I don't. I know, like whatever the news say,
It's
whatever.
all
But at
rumors.
the same
It's not
time,
true.
at the same time, uh, like he knew I'm a baseball player,
Yeah.
and he wanted me to meet me, and we talked on the phone, and that was pretty cool.
yeah,
And now his real now just to explain to the audience, Charlie's real name, and Tony went to high school with Charlie, is Carlos Estevez. That's Charlie's real name, and Charlie changed it for show business to Charlie Sheen. So people don't get confused exactly what's going on here because I just want to explain the story a little better. But I mean, when you met Charlie, were you like in awe? I mean, we were a big fan of his. Did you see his movies?
Of
Did
course,
did you
man.
ask for his autograph?
Uh, you know what? I actually didn't because I got a picture. That's a lot better. That's a lot better, you know. And if you test or whatever, it's not Photoshop. Just for you guys that think it's fake. And that's pretty cool because I watch him like in TV shows, on the movies, and that was really cool because I knew his name was Carlos Esteves, and
Oh.
some people in the minor leagues were giving me the "Hey Walt thing, what's up, man? How you doing?" Like some people here and there, but it wasn't that crazy until I got like to the big leagues, and that was really good to know. Even on my Twitter, I had to put as oh, Carlos Esteves, like parenthesis, not Charlie Sheen.
that's funny. Now, did the Rockies make a big deal out of it once they found out that you guys, had the same
Of
name?
course, man. Like as soon as I got called up, my walk up music, I didn't ask for anything because I got there and it was quick. Everything was quick. And when I came out to pitch, I was coming out as the wall thing with the song "Wow Thing." It was really funny because I didn't think they were gonna pick it up, but that was really cool.
That was
Now,
awesome.
you had like a long road to major leagues. It wasn't like this kid De La Cruz who plays for the Reds who was just brought up and had an easy life. You Dominican born, right? And
Yeah,
then and you were living with 65 kids in a
yeah.
in a clinic. Tell us a story about that. I'm always amazed about these Dominican clinics they have and how jealous I am that I never got to stay in those clinics when I was a kid.
Well, man, first of all, I signed as an old sign out of the Dominican Republic. I was 18 and a half, and that's already old down there. And I signed, and I get to this academy, the Rockies Academy, and I was there with another 65 guys pursuing the same thing, make it to the big leagues and stay there. And it was really cool to know that even knowing that we are from the same country, we had a lot of like different things like around my town we do this, in my town we do that, and it was really cool to see because we also got Venezuelans, we got Colombians, all around, like from Latin America. They get together at that complex, and from there, just a small group makes it to the States every year.
Well, we're just happy that you made it here
Yeah.
and on this show, Throwing Heat, which is great because so we on the show we have guests. They call in. You have tons of fans, and we have a question from one of your fans, and his name is Austin. Actually, you actually met Austin at the stadium with me. He says,
Yeah.
he says, Carlos, love having you on the Halos. What was so great? It was great meeting you. I'm sorry, earlier in the year with myself. He says, how does it feel to tie Lee Smith and going perfect 19 for 19 in saves to start the season for the Angels?
It feels amazing, man. To accomplish something like this, that's always good because you're doing the job that they got you to do, but at the same time, it's like my team is winning a lot, so it's like a double bonus right there. And at the when I tied the record with who was it? Troy Percival.
Percival, yes.
I didn't even know what was like. I was like, oh, there's something going on. Like, oh my god, all right, that's pretty cool. And but at the same time, I didn't try to focus on that so much because I'm just trying to help my team, and but now it feels really cool to know that I tied the record.
Now you were with Colorado for years and playing in Mile High City. Did that prepare you at all? Pitching in a city where it's like basically you're on sea level. I mean, did it help you like as a pitcher mentally and physically? I mean, tell us.
Of course, man. Up there, like everyone says, oh, it's hard to pitch in Colorado, but not actually. A lot of people know what is to pitch like in Colorado, and that of course prepared me and mentally and physically. And I also had to learn how apply my stuff to the altitude, how my ball was gonna move up there, and all the stuff. And that actually, I think it made me a lot tougher, mentally and physically, and also made me a little bit more smarter because I had to research a little bit more.
Now, how do you feel about the new rule changes in Major League Baseball now, Carlos?
Like I said, I said this before. But the rules, whatever. The game has been great for 150 plus years, and they're trying to make it better. I think some things are good, some things are okay. I'm not really down on them, and because when you get to playoffs, that's when you're gonna see really, like we're gonna get to crunch time, like the pitch clock, like how many times you're gonna pick, and stuff like that. Right now, you can see the numbers like they're affecting a little bit, even with the shift. The shift is not that bad, and I think the biggest factor is a pitch clock.
And I love what you do after every save. You pump your, I can't do it here on live, channel, but I'll show you when I see you. I love that little fist pump. I think I may have to make a T-shirt with that, man. What do you think?
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Send me one, man. That'd be really cool.
Okay, I'm just trying to get permission. That's all.
Go ahead, man. Go
Okay,
ahead.
great. So through our fans again, here's a question just for you. It's not about Ross and I. It's about Mr. Carlos Esteves. He wants to know. He says, "Love you, Esteves. Out of all the young pitchers in the new constructed bullpen, who have you taken under your wing?"
Honestly, I don't try to pick favorites or take under my wing, but I always told him I'm open for questions. Whatever you want to know, let me know. I'm here for every single one of you. And the one that I kind of feel like the closest to is because I know him from before. Is the new kid Jose Soriano. His brother played with me through the minors. Actually, his brother was my roommate through the minors, and that's the one that I know the most, the longest. And I'm kind of like, hey, like don't be late, like do always the right things, like whatever you want to ask, I'm here. But I make sure I do it to every single one of them because I was a young guy once, and I know you need information.
And I totally agree with you. And someone needs to do that with Ja Morant. He needs a veteran to take
someone
take
needs
him
to. That's right, man. That's
right.
right.
I mean, like you said, they need a veteran to take him under his wing to show him how to be a star on and off the field.
Yeah, that's right. That's really important, man. And now nowadays that everything is recorded and everyone sees everything, it gets to be a little bit tougher being a star.
Right.
No, your English is really good, Carlos. I'm just telling you. I mean, Otani's been here for years, and he still needs an interpreter. Your English is good, and the reason I think it's good is you played high school baseball in West Virginia. That sounds like a Netflix show. Like you, culture shock coming from Dominican to West Virginia, which isn't the most friendliest area when it comes to certain ethnicities. I'm just being honest. So how was that? How was that going to West Virginia for your senior year in high school? How did that all fall out?
Honestly, I was playing in the RVI World Series, and
Okay.
they saw me over there. They were recruiting guys. It was a private school. They were giving scholarships to a few guys, and they saw me pitching over there. At the time I was almost turning 17,
and you were 6'7" back. Were you big back then? Were you the same size now?
No, I was actually 6'4" back then.
He was 6'4" at 12.
Well, we met some big dudes, Tony, and some of those guys were 6'7", 6'8" at 13 years old. Let's not fool each other.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen some huge guys.
Me
but
too.
No, at the time I was 6'4". I mean, super skinny, and I was throwing like 88 to 90, sometimes 91.
And how old?
In my country, that's not good enough. You're
wait, Carlos, rewind. You were throwing 88 to 90 at what age?
16.
Oh man, I wish I could have coached you.
I wish Tony could coach you. Tony's a high school baseball coach, so he knows how to coach kids.
I mean, just having you on the mound, I say, Carl, here's my secret. Here's my secret. Because no one does this anymore. If I threw a ball 88 to 90 miles an hour and I can control it, my first pitch is going like right in this area. just to back them up, just to
get out of the way. I'm coming,
and then I'm gonna break them off. Everything proper after that, man. That's incredible. Okay, we have another question here from Austin. Again, he says, "Keep shoving, Carlos. Who would you say inspired you growing up, Carlos?"
Baseball player Pedro Martinez, man.
Oh yes,
Pedro Martinez. He was something else, bro. I mean, he was little, but he was fearless and had a good fastball and make sure he executed every one of.
Did you ever meet him? Did you?
Actually, yeah. I got to it. He actually helped me 2 years ago with my changeup, and I've been really grateful with it. And I mean, we live close in the Dominican Republic. Whenever I go home, I'm back home. We live really close by. In the off season, I used to throw a few bullpens at his place. He's got like a batting cage. He's got a bullpen and everything, and that's a guy that is always willing to help other players. Doesn't matter if you're professional or not, he's going to try to help you if you want.
And he has no fear of failure, right? That guy.
No, come on. And you saw him on the mound. He was little, but like you said, I'm throwing 98. Get out of my plate, man. I'm
get out of
coming.
the way. Yeah.
Just don't say the words Reggie Sanders doing when you see him. Don't say Reggie Sanders. They got in a big fight on the mound.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen the videos.
Yeah, I had dinner with Reggie. I don't know if Tony was with me in Arizona, and he told me the whole story. It was great. I mean, it was great. And they actually made up. They made up years later. Everything's fine.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
No negativity on this show.
Yeah, no
negativity.
Yeah. So, hey, we have another question from another fan, CHAV Chav. Hey, Estévez, big fan. What are the things about the Angels that made you choose them over any other team?
Honestly, like I said, I like the team that we're building around, and the people been talking about the Angels for so long, like, oh, the Angels are not gonna make it, all this stuff, and I got something. I like proving people wrong, and with a team like that, I know that we were gonna open some eyes by this point. Like we're playing, man, we're playing some really good baseball, and that's one thing that really brought my attention to this group. I know, I mean, they offer me a shot to close games or set up man, and honestly, if I'm on the back of that bullpen, I can help my team win with like security, like they gave me from the beginning. That's something I'm gonna take and I'm gonna go for because if you trust in me, I'm gonna give you everything I got.
That's awesome. And I see they have one of my favorite players back, Little Squid. That guy
Yeah,
can
yeah,
pick
yeah.
it. He
Hey
can
man,
pick it.
Squiddy's he flies, man.
He
I like
flies.
him. I like him.
He can
Great, like
really
he plays hard every time, and I like that.
every time he can really pick it. I had the opportunity to work out with him a few
Nice.
off seasons ago at UCLA, and he was throwing. I was playing first base. He's throwing me balls, and he's just
Yeah,
he can
yeah.
pick it, man.
Really, really nice guy too, man.
Yeah.
It's really good. And so you're, the Angels are in the playoff hunt. Right now they're a wild card team. You got Texas to worry about, and they're playing good baseball. What do you think is going to happen at All-Star break with the Angels and bringing new players in? Do you think they'll be on the buying part of the whole thing? Do you think you'll see some new bats and maybe a new starter in Anaheim?
Honestly, I don't know what we're gonna do, but if we go out and find a few pieces or whatever we do, I think any addition to the team is gonna be really great because of the chemistry we have right now and how the group is going. I think those things are only gonna help, and also, like I said, we're on a good spot, and I feel like we got a lot more to show and to do.
Hey, Carlos, you have a lot of fans, man. I mean, I see all these questions coming over.
I know, but
here.
Tony, he's 19 for 19 in saves opportunities this year. I hope he has a lot of fans.
He's the man. But you know what? What's the great thing about Carlos? And I'm not trying to be fanboy here, Carlos, but you interact on social media with your fans, which is cool, and I think they love that. So we have one from Joyce Jimenez. She says, "My favorite Angel right now." All right, Carlos, what are some of the things that's going on in your mind as you walk out to the mound in the ninth inning? Anything you do that pump yourself up?
Honestly, as soon as I get up on the mound and I start warming up, I feel how my pitches are, and I feel how everything is that night. Even when I have like a really bad bullpen before I come in the game, and I don't really think about it. I just think about the fact that we're winning this game, and it doesn't matter how, like if we're winning by 3, by 2, by 1. I just think let's keep it right here and let's win it right now. Because if they're giving the ball to me, I'm the man right now, and I gotta keep proving that I'm the man. I'm not trying to let anyone down, and that's all that pumps me to get going every day.
Let me ask you a question. I know there's another question here, though, but I want to ask you something. In Little League, did you play another position, or you just got on the mound and just blew guys away?
No, man. I played third base and a catcher. I was catching until I grew because when I was like 13 to 14, I was like 5'5", and when I turned like from 13 to 14, I grew like this, man. I went from 5'5" to 6'1", and since then, like my knees, my back were killing me because I grew so fast, and I switched positions and I was playing third, but I was always pitching though, and I went to the mound at 16 when I finally knew I couldn't hit a changeup, not even if they told me like, "Hey, I'm gonna throw you a changeup," and I was like, you know what, I got a good arm. Let me stick to pitching.
Right. Now, did that growth spurt happen over the summer, or was it just gradually?
Yeah. Over the summer, when I came back to school and my body saw me, they were like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And it was really funny because of how weird I was feeling at the same time. Like I felt like I had no coordination, and it was really weird for me getting back on. Like I was trying to catch at the same time. My knees were killing me. I'm like, no, man, I cannot do this anymore.
Wow. All right.
Now let's talk. I saw you pitch in spring training this year, and you had a rough spring training. I'm being nice. But did the Angels, were they worried at all about you? I mean, was there any, could the coach call you in the office and say, I need to talk to you about about your spring training so far, or you were just trying to get mechanics out, basically. What was going on during spring training with your baseball stuff?
Honestly, I think I had maybe one good spring training. I'm really bad on spring training, man. I'm like, I show up and I'm throwing 91, 90, 91, and everyone is worried, like, man, are you okay? Like, is everything good? Like, oh yeah, I'm just working on some stuff. I'm, making sure I'm getting my fastball to the spot where I have to be, change up, slider, everything. And body wise, like once you start competing again, everything starts hurting. And once like I get through those like soreness things and all the stuff, I get to get better, getting better competition. And that's what I told him. Once the lights are on, I'm a different guy.
I love it. I love that type of person.
Going 91, working on stuff. I'm gonna show you what I have, and I'm going at you. I'm attacking, and of course, I had a few talks with the bullpen coach, with the pitching coach. Like, man, are you sure? Like, do you need us to run?
They just signed you for a big contract. Your deal. I mean, they signed you, and they put all their eggs in the basket. Yeah. And all of a sudden, you're throwing 90 miles an hour, and they're saying, "Where's the 100-mile-an-hour pitch? Where's the heat? We can sign Tony Todd. He can throw 90."
No, but you took the words right out of my mouth, though, Carlos. I said, "Man, he's gonna turn it on when those lights come on." Because Carlos, there's some athletes when those lights come on, the other things get small,
man. Completely different. Yeah. And I feel like I like the adrenaline shot. Like I like that. I feel like that's what makes me better a lot. Some people say like, "Oh, don't you get nervous?" Of course, but you gotta translate it. Right. Don't translate nervousness into fear. You gotta translate it into adrenaline. Like, oh, I got this. Take a deep breath and just attack. That's the way I do it. Like, that's the way I feel good. That's the way I do things, and that's what I feel like I have got better at, and that's very cool.
And you have to believe in yourself. I always tell kids, man, if you should never have fear of failure, because once you start thinking negative things are going to happen.
It will happen for sure, man. It will happen. That never fails. Yeah. Fear of failure. Come on, man. Baseball is a game of failure.
Exactly.
If you take 10 at bats and get 3 hits, you are gonna pay. You're gonna get paid $20 million a year.
Yeah.
So come on, man. You fell 7 times. Who cares?
Who cares? Exactly.
It's gonna happen. We're only humans, man. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. So from here we go again with another one of your fans, man. It's like I think we should let your fans host the show. So we got here we go. It says from Uncle Ted Talks. What makes a lefty closer so unique and so rare?
Man, lefties are different. They say like, oh, lefties are crazy. I'm like, no, man, they're just from the other side. You're not used to it. And I mean, Chapman, man, what an example. If you can throw that hard from the left side, it's just insane. I saw a stat the other day where he struck out 500 guys with fastballs over 100 miles per hour. Come on.
That's incredible.
It's already hard seeing a lefty throwing hard and like closing games, commanding their pitches. And that's what I feel like. It makes it a lot harder because most of the time you find lefties like with a good breaking ball, like, like spotting things up. But then this lefty shows up and he's throwing fuel and commanding the baseball at the same time. That's really tough.
Okay, and I love the fact that Uncle Ted, he wants to correct himself because his question here says, he's a righty. He said he's a righty. Shows how much we in Texas see the Angels closers, right? LOL. I say, well, you guys, you just stick to your Rangers. They're doing okay. Rangers are doing great. So
yeah.
So Uncle Ted, no more questions for you, buddy.
So Carlos, what's your bases loaded, full count? What's the pitch you're going to throw? I mean, your slider's nasty. I mean, I've seen that slider. I can't hit it. And your changeup is off the charts too. I mean, what's your to-go pitch that if I'm watching a game and I see the bases loaded with the full count, what's the pitch you're throwing?
Well, Ross, I would think it would depend on the hitter. Exactly. I would think, right?
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, depends on the hitter. I can command all my pitches, so depends on the hitter. If we got a good fastball hitter, then I'm gonna go with something else. If he's a good breaking ball off speed hitter, I'm gonna go with my fastball, and that depends on the situation and the guy that is up to the plate.
Got it. Okay. I just don't know if there's something that you would shake off the catcher if there's something he's saying to throw, and you're just like, I'd rather throw my slider right now.
Sometimes we're going like right away to my best pitch, that is my fastball. I shake him too. Like, no, come on, right now, no, he's a good fastball hitter. It's not like I'm afraid of him, but let's not make a mistake and keep things right here.
Love it.
Yeah.
And we don't want to leak anything on throwing heat. You know, we don't want that to happen. So,
Yeah.
all right, another question from your fan. Says Carlos, this is from Austin again. Says, because Austin is a huge, diehard Angel fan. You met him a few weeks ago. It says
He's
Carlos,
a huge YouTuber too, Austin. And if you don't follow him, follow him. He's great.
Yeah, he's
All
awesome.
right.
It says, Carlos, who is your guy in the clubhouse? Says the one you're closest with and have the most fun with.
Honestly, there are a few guys like where my locker is in the locker room. I got right next to me, I got Matt Moore, and the other side I got Anderson, and farther I got Aaron Loop, and we're always making jokes and like laughing and all this stuff. And on the next side is Mike is right there, and he's the same thing. Like I said, we got a good chemistry, and he's not like, oh, this is my dude. It's like everyone all around. We're having fun all the time, and even making fun of ourselves when we do like something bad, like, man, you suck and stuff like that. And that's pretty cool to have. And right now, I think all around like the bullpen guys, since I spend so much time with them, I think it's those are my guys, like the guy that I have the most fun with.
Okay.
What do you guys talk about in the bullpen during the game? I mean, let's say the starter's doing great. You don't have to warm up or do anything right now. What do you guys talk about? Do you guys talk about certain fans sitting in the stands? Do you talk about politics? Do you talk about sports? Or what do you guys talk about?
Free money.
Whatever, man. Whatever. We talk about whatever. Like we see the starter shove and we're like, oh, well, guys, let's take a blanket and a pillow. Let's keep us right here. Yeah. Let's take a nap. We're good for today. They're not gonna knit us. And that's the type of stuff that always pops up and it starts every conversation. And also we talk about TV shows, movies, about
what TV shows are you watching, Carlos? What's one of your favorite shows right now?
Right now I'm watching. Right now it's stopped. House of the Dragon is stopped right now. So I'm watching. I watch a lot of anime. So I watch anime. What else I watch? TV shows. Ooh, The Night Agent is pretty cool. I like that one. And those are the things that I have been watching lately.
You know what I watch, Carlos?
What?
MLB Network. Because I want to get you into some old school TV shows, and Ross may agree to this. You ever heard of Sanford and Son?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons.
Okay.
How about Good Times? You ever heard of Good Times?
Oh no, I haven't.
Oh man, okay. They had this
too young.
Yeah, he's too young, but
he's too young. But there's a lot of great shows. If you ever want recommendations,
All in the Family.
But there's a lot of great stuff going on, and I don't know if you watched Eastbound and Down with Danny McBride, but he has a new show that you never watched. Eastbound and Down?
No,
dude, he's like 19, man, 20.
I know, but I mean, it's about a down and out minor league baseball player. Like he plays in Mexico one season. I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, I thought every baseball player watched it. Maybe I'm wrong, but he plays this down and out minor leaguer. And it's a very funny show. You should actually watch it. It's on HBO Max.
You can Tell him the name again, Ross.
Eastbound and Down.
Okay, all right. Eastbound and Down. All right.
You'll take me later. You'll be.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I'm shocked you haven't seen it. Shocked.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna fix it.
So today's your day off. What do you do today? What's your typical day when you have the day off and you get to do? You have to worry about baseball.
Like today I stayed at home. I didn't go anywhere since we had, that road trip. I got kind of tired and I stayed at home. I'm playing with my daughters, like whatever they want to play. And, if we want to watch a movie on family, we'll do that too. But also like usually I go with her or with my oldest daughter to the park, or ride a bike or do something like that. And but today I'm big chilling at the house and of course, after this, I'm going to go have to play, drink some tea or something with my oldest daughter. And that's going to be like my update.
That's great.
Love it. Awesome. All right. So we have one last question because you have way too many fans, man. Because, like I said, I know it's your day off. We don't want to hold you. And I respect the fact that you want to go out and do things with your daughter. And
I love the family aspect. It's
I love that, Carlos. I love that about you, man. So, one last question from Mason McGarvey. Says, being in a college staff, there was always one player who did some weird pregame routine. Is there anyone on the Angels that have a weird pregame routine?
Not weird, but just like a routine. You see guys that go and drink pre-workout, where they gotta wear the same hoodie before they put on their uniform every day, and stuff like that. But I think let me see. Oh, I got Jaime Barria, man. You always gotta watch one episode of whatever show he's gonna watch, at least one, and then he'll get ready and go out for the game. That's a really funny one that I find. Like it's kind of odd, but all right, man. Like, do you? And honestly, if that gets you locked in, go ahead, do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah. Well,
No,
Carlos,
I mean,
man.
pitchers have weird rituals, and so do goalies in hockey. Those guys are crazy. Those guys are nuts. I mean, those guys are. I know a lot of them. They all have these. They wear the same socks or they wear the same underwear.
That's,
I mean,
that's
it's
all around
weird
sports.
stuff. Carlos, crazy.
Yeah, that's all around sports. I mean, I believe in every sport you got guys like that.
Yeah. Well, Carlos, man, it's been a pleasure, man. I mean, I told you when I reached out to you, I said you would have a good time on Throwing Heat, and it looks like you had a great time. I mean,
Oh yeah, of course, man. Thank you guys for having me. He's been pretty cool.
And thank you for I believe you have put that on social media because we have so many questions up here. But they just have you guys just have to come to the ballpark and watch them pitch. And
and we'll see you in Seattle during the All-Star break. You'll be in Seattle wearing a American League uniform. I have a feeling.
There's no hope. We're gonna make this happen. It's coming to fruition, brother. So thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be in the house. And
all right, sounds good. Thank you guys for having me.
Like I said, I don't need tickets. You know where I sit.
I just go like this. When I'm coming, I just go like this.
It's just like right there. But I may be there for pregame. I'll let you know when we get off the thing.
Let me know. All right.
I'll say hi too when I see you.
Thank you again, man. It's been a pleasure, man. That's it. Throwing Heat in the house. We're out. Peace.